Did I get it? Is that about, wait for it. Wait for it. And I broke 1,000 focus. I have more than 1,000 points of focus on my survival hunter. 1,000. What? Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran. Today I'll be showcasing you some of the bugs that have happened with patch 8.1.5. Now off the bat, yes, my hunter is broken. We are also gonna get a bonus bug as of the moment I am recording for this video. I found out another bug, but we'll save that as a bonus for a little bit later. For now, let's just talk about this focus increase. At the time of making this video, I did have some audio working with this just to showcase you guys the bug. Now, to be frank, this bug has been fixed, but to showcase you exactly what you can do with it, this is where the fun begins. So what the bug would do is, at first I noticed that I had a lot more focus than I needed. Normally I have it between 100 to 120 if I'm running certain Azeroth traits as a survival hunter. There's one Azeroth trait that can increase it to 150 max, so I knew that this was something off. The only thing I did with my character is I made him from a Belf hunter into a Zandalari. I bought myself a new piece of gear at the very beginning of the patch on stream, and then this was me just messing around with the character later off stream with how much focus I have. For survival hunters in particular, this is a lot more impactful, and this could be busted. But I guess technically marksman and beastmaster could use this as well. That means you don't ever have to use any abilities that generate you focus, or any abilities that generate focus don't really need to be pressed. Especially for survival hunter, this was exceptionally busted because of the playstyle that I have. So the reason why this was busted for survival in particular was because you can go on a boss, pop your big whammy, which is called coordinated assault. This increases the damage of yours and your pets by 20%. Then you also have a talent where your mongoose bites, which is your basic ability to spam with focus, that talent simply maintains your coordinated assault every time you hit mongoose bite. Because you never run out of focus, you can spam mongoose bite forever. You actually have 20 seconds worth of that coordinated assault buff turn into 30 seconds, into 40 seconds, because every single global that you spam goes into mongoose bites back to back to back. If you add bloodlust to it, you have incredible amounts of haste with it. So this was absolutely overpowered, and there was definitely a lot of potential for a lot of people to go into, let's say, Mythic Jaina, Mythic Mechatork, Stormwall, and find a fight where on the boss they just basically pop their cooldowns and spam literally one button. So I decided for the purpose of this video is just to go into heroic and kill some bosses. As you can see, for the most part, I am just spamming my mongoose bite button. This is when I originally found out about this bug, and I didn't push it to its limits. As you can see, I still have myself at about 280 focus capped, and this was while doing the dungeon. I was just thinking that this was already busted on its own. How do I have this much focus? I did not think this bug could really get any worse, but how wrong was I? Very, very wrong. So to showcase you this bug and exactly how it functions, what I noticed while messing around with my character is every time I take off the shoulders with a particular trait, off and on and off and on, and if I do it very, very quickly before my focus gets to cap itself, I actually gain more focus. I went from 280 to 300, and very quickly from 300 I went to 400, 500, and I just kept doing it just to see how I can go. Can you get 1,000 points of focus? The reason why this worked is because my piece of gear had the trait Primeval Intuition, which increases your max amount of focus, but every time you take this piece of gear off, for some reason, whatever next amount of focus, whatever maximum it sets, it doesn't actually increase focus to 120. Instead, it just adds focus to 120, and the game simply just records that number of plus 20, plus whatever, and you can just do that ad nauseum. Take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on, and this is where I was able to get 1,000. Now, in my free time after this, when chatting with a couple close friends, telling them about this bug, I've been able to get myself up to 2,000. I didn't get to record it on the video, but I did get myself to 2,000 focus. The idea was, if you can get to 2,000 focus, you can get to 3,000. If you get to 3,000, you can get to 4,000. If you get to 4,000, you can get to 5,000. And if you decide to go and kill some bosses on mythic raids, that would actually be incredibly insane. So that was the first bug that I saw. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. And then now, as I'm recording this video, just moments before putting this video together, I actually see another bug. This one is going to be a bonus bug, particularly with rogues. Now, the rogue buff was given to me as a tip-off by a guy on my bnet named Dalaran. You may also see him in the comments of this video. He tipped me off that Assassination rogues, for whatever reason, when you press Fan of Knives without a target, just for whatever reason, I don't understand still, just generates combo point. As if it's like you're hitting air. So they didn't really change the tooltip of the ability. One of the things they say is the ability upwards 1 combo point, but the ability can be used even if it doesn't hit somebody, compared to, let's say, Subtlety Rogue AoE that generates a combo point for every target it hits. Fan of Knives simply just generates a combo point. This didn't used to happen. Now, I want to first of all find out, how does this bug work? Does it work off of Az? Do you still have the whole crit potential when you Fan of Knives? Like when you fan and a fan hits an enemy that's a critical strike, do you get the extra combo points? Kind of like how you have a bunch of enemies together and you fan and some of your knives crit and you can get literally full 5 combo points in a single global. So I went to test and train dummies, and yes, if you're playing a rogue, right now this ability will always generate a free combo point, but it will also generate an extra combo point for every enemy it hits. Pretty sure that's not how Blizzard wanted to test this ability. Pretty sure this is going to get patched out fairly quickly. Make sure to write a bug fix on this. I don't really feel like this one is quite as egregious. The Survival Hunter meant basically that you can spam one ability, maintain a 20% damage buff the whole time, and just spam one button the whole time for mass DPS. With specific traits, you can make that one button hit very, very hard. So this one is just kind of just funny, I guess, to some extent. I don't really see a lot of ways where Assassination rogues could take advantage of this. Of course, when you're, let's say, moving from trash pack to trash pack, you can, let's say in dungeon, you can just Fan of Knives in free time, and as you get that energy coming back to you passively, you can make sure to go into a group with full 5 combo points. That is definitely going to make it a little bit uneven when it comes to the playstyle. You could also go into a boss fight with 5 combo points. And I guess in PvP, you could just Fan of Knives, like in an arena or in a BG, you could just Fan of Knives as soon as the gates open and get 5 combo points, hop into stealth, so you already have 5 combo points ready for you whenever you want to find the enemy. So this one's very, very weird, but also very interesting. I don't really know any crazy uses to abuse this for Assassination, because you are still spending the energy to use Fan of Knives. It doesn't do more damage, it simply gives you potential damage depending on how you use those combo points. So, you guys let me know in the comments, what do you think about all these bugs? 815 is looking already very exciting, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be quite as buggy from here on out. I'm hoping, I'm just hoping. That's all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys know any bugs that are happening with other classes, let me know in the comments. I would like to test them out. Maybe even something I might be able to test on PTR to see if it is still happening on PTR. Maybe let's say it's a paladin, and you know, hop on my EU account. Any class you got, anything that's bugged, anything that's crazy, let me know in the comments or DM me down Discord. Links down below for stuff like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see all of you in the next video.